I never believed in demons. Not really. I studied theology in college, but for me it was academic, words on old pages, myths people made up to explain the darkness inside themselves. That changed the day I found the book. It was hidden in the basement of an abandoned church on the corner of Lincoln and 8th. I was there cataloging artifacts for a local history project. The air was damp and heavy, filled with the scent of mold and dust. Behind a collapsed cabinet, I noticed a small chest, carved with symbols I didn't recognize. Inside, wrapped in a strip of decaying cloth, lay a thin black book. No title. No author. Only a seal pressed into the cover, a circle made of interlocking letters, impossible to read. Curiosity 1. I took it home. That night, I opened it on my kitchen table. Most of it was in Latin, but a few passages were in English, handwritten in what looked like dried brown ink. One line caught my eye. The prayer that calls the unseen will open both doors. I should have stopped there. But I didn't. I spent hours translating the Latin. The book described something called the key of the mouth, a ritual meant to reveal what listens when God does not. The more I read, the colder the air became. My phone glitched. The power flickered. I laughed it off. I'm a rational person. Always have been. Around 2 a.m., I whispered the first few lines of the prayer. The lights went out. A second later, I heard breathing. Not mine. Something slow and deliberate, inches from my ear. When the power returned, every cabinet in my kitchen stood wide open. The book had fallen shut, and across its cover, a faint symbol was now burned, the same circle I'd seen on the church wall. I didn't sleep that night. Every few minutes, I heard the faint tap of fingernails against the walls. By morning, I found 3 words scratched into my bathroom mirror. Keep reading it. I tried to get rid of the book. I threw it into the dumpster behind my building. But when I came back upstairs, it was on my kitchen table again. The smell of burned paper and sulfur hung in the air. I called my friend Ethan, who's a priest in training. When I told him what I'd read, he went silent. Then he said, "That prayer isn't meant for God. It's a summoning. Whatever you spoke to, it heard you." That night, I dreamt of a voice whispering in a language I didn't understand. When I woke, the sound didn't stop. It was inside my head. I looked in the mirror. My reflection didn't move when I did. It just smiled, slow, unnatural, and mouthed words that weren't mine. I dropped to my knees, whispering the Lord's Prayer, but something laughed back through my teeth. And I realized I wasn't praying alone. Over the next few days, everything decayed. Rot crept across my food overnight. My apartment smelled like wet ashes. Neighbors started avoiding me. One woman said she saw someone standing behind me when I came home, a man with no eyes. Ethan came by again, bringing holy water and salt. We burned the book in my sink. The flames turned black. When they died, the book was gone, but the counter beneath it had cracked in the shape of a circle. That night, I heard screaming. My own voice. Coming from the hallway outside my door. I opened it. No one there. But across the floor, written in something dark and wet, were those same words again. Keep reading it. I looked down, and saw that my hands were covered in blood. It's been 6 days. I don't leave the apartment anymore. When I try, I see the figure in the doorway, tall, thin, its head bent too low to be human. It doesn't move, but I can feel it waiting. I've stopped fighting it. Sometimes, I speak to it. It answers in my voice. I found the black book again this morning. On the floor beside my bed. Only one page left, written in perfect English. It said, "The prayer must be finished to close the door. I'm going to finish it tonight. If you hear my voice after this, don't answer. Because whatever comes through when I speak the last word won't be me."